Today we have Maddie Wiedenfeld and Sammy Slaughter. Girls, just talk a little bit about Sammy. Just talk a little about the overall match and obviously getting the win.
Yeah, I mean, I think we started off pretty strong, and then we struggled a little bit in the second and third, but Jers did a great job of just getting our attackers open. I mean, Weeds hit I'm going to say she hit 900. But she hit 900. She had 9 kills on 10 attempts, which I think every hitter had 2 kills per set, which is really good. And I think Lolo kind of went beast mode and just started digging all these balls. I think she ended with 12 digs, which is pretty good.
And Maddie, wasn't it an adjustment for you guys to have to, play this early morning match? Normally during conference play, most of your matches are, nights, or if it's on a Saturday, it's at like 1 p.m. Now you're playing at 10:30 in the morning. Was that kind of a little bit of an adjustment for you, or did the non-conference tournaments playing earlier games kind of help you get prepared for a game like today?
I think that obviously playing the non-conference games helps you for any time of the day to play back-to-back or play early in the morning. It is an adjustment to come back and play at 10:30 this morning, but I do think it's a benefit for us because now we have the rest of the day to recover, a later practice tomorrow, so we can spend that afternoon to recover and then back at it on Monday night.
And Sammy, after a tough road trip, 2 really tough games, to have 2 good sweeps here on Thursday in Sioux Falls and then today, how does it feel to kind of get a little bit of momentum going now before North Dakota on Monday?
It feels really good. Obviously, our preseason wasn't exactly what we expected, but, I mean, we learned from that, and just getting these couple wins on the road and at home has really helped us, and hopefully we can just keep going up from there.
And what is the key offensively for you guys to try and keep this momentum going after, being able to spread the ball around so well today?
I think just keep spreading the ball around. I think every single hitter on our team can put the ball away, and I think everyone knows that, especially Jergs. So I think she's going to keep spread it out and look where their blockers are and get our hitters one-on-one and put the ball away.
And Maddie, how important is it for this team to kind of get these early conference wins, knowing you have some tougher matches? You still got to play Denver twice. You still have to play Omaha. You got to play Kansas City again. You got to play Oral Roberts again. How important is it to pick up these early conference season wins?
Yeah, I mean, I think that any game early in the season, it's important because you play a team, they expose some of your weaknesses, and then when you go back and play them later in the season, you've worked on those, and they have to find something new about you. So I think playing them early in the season is really important for us just so that we can learn and get better to go play the later games.
All righty, Coach Williamson, just give you an opening statement.
First, obviously, playing at 10:30 is a little bit of a different look for us, but I think our players did a good job of coming out really strong in that first set. Something that we talked a lot about as of late, of just starting stronger and not waiting until the game is fully in, maybe at the middle of the first game for us to get going. So I liked how we came out really strong in that first set. Sets 2 and 3, I think we just got a little bit more complacent. We were a little bit too comfortable. I think in some situations felt like we were gonna be able to skate through and not have to make some of those plays. So would love to see that kind of switch and turn around, but I like that we were still able to find ways to score points, find ways to keep ourselves and give ourselves that lead. And I like the way we finished that third set. I think we were only up by 2 and then finished passively with the last 5 points. So that was a good way to start and a good way to end, and would love to just be able to kind of clean it up a little bit in the middle. A couple of our players had a great night tonight. Maddie Wiedenfeld, 9 kills on 10 attempts, hitting 900. I mean, that is a very tough stat line to achieve. Our other middle, Harms, 9 kills, hit 500. Both of our outsides are right around that 9 and 10 kill mark. So we had all of our hitters at 2 kills or per set or more, which was good to see again, that balance of that Jergs is able to accomplish with our attackers. And I think today is definitely a step in the right direction. And the nice thing is every time we play an opponent, we kind of find 1 or 2 things that we need to continue to get better at. So looking forward to getting back at practice and then playing at home again on Monday night.
And Coach, did it help to have this early morning game at home where your girls could stay in their own beds the night before, kind of get up on their own schedule instead of having to stay in hotels, things like that, in this early morning kind of unique conference early morning game?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anytime you can play at home in some of those different situations is a positive. I mean, the nice thing, it's not like we've never played in the morning before. Our preseason schedule allows us to do that, which definitely prepares us for a match like this. But obviously, that 10:30 match isn't normal for a conference game. It does end up being a pretty early morning. I mean, we were on the court at 8:30 doing our serve and pass. So even though that game 10:30 doesn't seem like a really early time, but when you think about the warm-up portion of it and when they're getting here for pregame meal and all of that, it does play into it. But again, the way we started was really good, and I think that showed that they were prepared. I think they were ready, even with a different time.
And the offensive balance today was really significant for you guys being able to kind of spread the ball around. How important is it going to be to try and keep that going forward?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I think that, obviously when we are passing well, it's easier to get that balance. The nice thing is I actually thought we lost our passing a little bit, especially in that third set. We were out of system a lot more in that first contact. So for us to still end up kind of with that balance is good. But you can see both Junkie and Slaughter took, significantly more swings than the rest of the team. So about double. And that kind of came from some of our passing breakdown in that third set. So definitely something that we have to be aware of, but I think Jerks is doing a good job of whether it's that first contact, that first ball attempt, or whether it's in rallies, she is spreading the ball out. She's repeating to hitters in some good times. And I think with that, I think she feels very confident with the hitters that are on the floor right now and what they can accomplish. And, we do have to continue that. I mean, as we play better teams, that balance is going to be huge for us to become and stay a hard team to defend.
And how big was it for you guys to have a nice kind of strong serve today? Even when your offense was able to get out of rhythm, your serve played fairly well. How important was that, like I said, especially when your offense was kind of out of rhythm?
Good. I mean, it's huge for us. Our serving a couple weeks ago was kind of a challenge for us. The one match, I think we had 19 missed serves. So since then, I think we've been able to clean that up and just become a lot more consistent. And really from Thursday night, feels like forever ago, having the 12 aces, and then tonight with 9 aces and very few errors overall. It's very good for us. It's going to help us as we progress through conference. So I do think that our serving in some situations has kind of given us that little bit of a spark that we need. And it's nice that we've got different areas of the game that we can pull from when maybe one part of it isn't going as well as we would like it.
And what is the key thing to work on before Monday against North Dakota?
One thing that we've talked a lot about within our program over the years, and something that is continuing to be a theme for us, is defense. And I do think, we've said from the beginning of the year that our offense is going to come. Offense every single year, I think, just gets a little bit better naturally. Whereas defense, I think you got to really work at it. And, we've put a big emphasis on it in the last couple of weeks, and I think we've done it at a really high level in practices. I don't think it really transitioned over into gameplay today. So that's one of the biggest things that we're going to talk about, focus on. And our team is really good at kind of being able to look realistically at where we're at and what we need to get better at. So defense is going to be one of our main themes. But the nice thing is I know we can do it. We just didn't translate it today.